I'm just pissed off with the lack of intensity and focus because it's not a talent issue. We got up 21-6 or 24-6 in the third quarter after the field goal, and we were just like, oh, yeah, hey, what are you doing after the game, buddy? Oh, yeah, I'm going to this club. We wasn't focused anymore. And you can't do that. All right, you know what we're doing? New series on the channel. To start the video, shot of the day. So far in the year, I'm 0 for 1. Got a three-pointer. Let's see if we can make it. By the way, 24-mile-per-hour wind gusts in northern Alabama today. All right, we got to run it back. Everybody knows first shot don't count. All right, bro, going inside. The tale of two halves. I'm extremely disappointed as an Alabama fan, extremely embarrassed at the lack of intensity and lack of effort. The attention to detail was piss poor and pathetic in the second half. Now, we're going to start out. So if you watched my reaction to the Colorado-Stanford game, we're just jumping straight into this video. I had a momentum chart. And maybe we need to start doing this because we see this a lot in college football. And if you watched the Stanford and Colorado game and stayed up until 2:30 a.m. like myself last night, you would know the momentum completely changed in the second half when Colorado went for it on fourth down and Stanford got a stop. Even though Stanford was down 29-0, they started gaining all the momentum. And guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to show you what happened in this Arkansas-Alabama game that flipped the script, and I knew it. As soon as it happened, I was like, yep, it's going to be a nail-biter. You can see this stuff from a mile away. A mile away. If you know anything about sports, you can just sense when that one play happens. You're like, yep, this other team, they're about to start rolling. Saw it happen last night in the Stanford game, or I predicted it was going to happen last night in the Stanford-Colorado game, and same thing with this Bama game. And you know what one play I'm referring to? Jalen Key. If you're a casual, or it's not even a casual, if you're not a Bama fan, or even if you are a Bama fan, you probably don't even know who this dude is. Safety, cornerback, whatever, plays a little bit of both for Alabama. He decided to be selfish and undisciplined. The score is 21-6, or no, 24-6, my apologies. It's 3rd and 8. Arkansas already gave up. It was 3rd and 8 and they ran the ball. That's a different conversation for a different day. They say, yeah, we lost. We'll run the ball. It's about halfway, a little later in the third quarter. We'll run the ball, eat our humble pie, I guess you shall say, and we'll punt it. Well, you know what Jalen Key does? And it had nothing to do with the play. If you get a face mask penalty on a play where you're trying to make a tackle, I understand it. I wouldn't be yapping up here about that. But you know what he does? He has this one-on-one beef with the wide receiver, so he takes it upon himself to just start pushing him, grabbing his face mask. And guess what? We gift Arkansas a free first down on a play, on a 3rd down in which we stopped them. That's what pisses me off. You know what Arkansas does? That was the first down they got in 2 quarters. They haven't had a first down since the first quarter. And you could see it coming a mile away. It's like, yep, they're going to go down, march down and score, get momentum. And that's what happened. And guess what? I hate to single a guy out, but Jalen Key, you're the reason for this comeback. It's it, because if this doesn't happen, Alabama just continues to run the ball, run the clock out. Arkansas would have gave up. They admitted defeat. They gave up. And then we was like, oh, no, why don't you stay in the game? Seriously, that's what it was like. Jalen Key was like, no. We don't want an easy win. Let's have a nail biter. Let's have Matt stressing out at 1:30 before all the big time games. Thanks, Jalen Key. And there's one more thing I got to say before I write down. Oh, yeah. I think Tommy Rees had Arkansas in this game. He put his whole house on Arkansas. The first 2 drives in the third quarter, we got over 100 rushing yards. We're up 24-6. I'm going to remind you, we're winning the game. We're not losing. And all of a sudden he goes, hey, you know what? I'm going to start throwing the ball every play. We're more talented than Arkansas. We're bigger, stronger, faster, and we're throwing the ball up by 18. I thought I was being punked. I thought I was. Is this real life? What are we doing? Please answer to me. Tommy Reese, I know you're gonna be watching this video, buddy. You punking me? You punking the Alabama fan base? What are we doing? We had 100. It's not like the run wasn't working. If you got a pass because the run isn't working, I completely understand it, even if you're winning. But it was working. And on first downs, we're throwing 40-yard bombs. Up by 18. Up by 11. What? I'll get to that in just a second. Calm down, Matt. Let me write down this momentum chart. Give me a second. Okay. Should be able to see that pretty good. Momentum. When you start the game, the momentum is split down the middle. You could say Alabama has some of the momentum. They're coming off a pretty good win, but we'll just throw it down in the middle. At halftime, here is the momentum. I wouldn't say it's all the way at the top for Bama, but I'd say it's pretty dang close, right about here. You can see that pretty good, can't you? It's not all the way up to 100%, but it's like 96%. Bama's got the momentum. Here's 50%. Well, when Jalen Key decided to do that face mask play where he's got this one-on-one beef, I don't know what it is. Jermaine Burton's got the whole team acting like straight up Black Force energy. If you know what Black Air Force energy is, you know. We're just fighting people. We don't even want to play football. We just want to go out there and fight people. Different conversation for a different day. And that's what gets me. Undisciplined football. That ain't Alabama. All right? Anyways, when he gets that face mask and Arkansas starts busting off a couple runs, get the first down and a touchdown. Right here, the score is 24-6. Okay? It was 21-6 at half, and we got a field goal early in the third quarter. 24-6. But then we have a selfish player, Jalen Key. He did play good in this game outside one play. He wanted to get the face mask penalty and give to Arkansas a first down, in which, yet again, they haven't had all game long, or at least since first quarter. Well, here's where the momentum went after that face mask, because Arkansas has now got the ball to 50. Then they started getting a couple first downs. Momentum moved back a little. Alabama still got 65% of the momentum, but it moved back. Arkansas scores a touchdown, and now you look up, same thing with the Colorado-Stanford game, guys. Scores 24-13. And as an Arkansas player, you're looking up at the scoreboard here going, well, dang, we've been outplayed. We can't even get a first down. Defense has been atrocious. Jalen Milroe's dicing us up. Can't stop the run. We're only down 11 on the road against Nick Saban, Alabama. Might as well start playing hard. Camera not focusing. Yeah. You're like, yeah, might as well start. Hey, yo, why the camera not focusing? Yeah, there we go. Stop playing with me. Sorry, like I was saying. You're like, yeah, I might as well start playing hard. Same thing in basketball. When you get that layup to start the game or you get your first points as a hooper, when you get that first bucket or first free throw, on defense, you're running back, you're pulling up your shorts, you start closing out, switch, screen. Black Air Force energy. You start acting crazy. That's what happened for Arkansas. You could see it right after this. Draw 4 arrows to it right after they scored that touchdown. The defense was like, oh, we got a little points, man. We might as well go out here and play a little bit harder. The intensity picked up. Whereas for Alabama, the intensity decreased. Arkansas's intensity increased. And a result of the momentum going back. Do whatever you want. Oh, yeah, you can see it. I thought you can see it. Do whatever you want with it. And then they get us, I don't know what we're doing on offense. We're still winning 24-13, and we got Jalen Milroe throwing the ball 50 yards. I don't have a problem if you want to pass. But here's my logical thinking. Arkansas hasn't been able to stop Alabama's rush attack since 2004, and we're passing the ball in 2023. Blows my mind. Beats everything I've ever seen. But okay, whatever. You know what happens? They get a stop, and they get a touchdown. So the momentum, when they got the stop, was right here after scoring the touchdown. But then when they scored the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion, it passed 50%. It went from Alabama having 96% of the momentum after that field goal to make it 24-6. You're thinking, at this point in time, I'm even thinking watching the game, damn, we might blow them out 41-6, something like that. No, within the blink of an eye, Arkansas now has momentum. It is in favor of Arkansas. They probably have like 53, 55% of the momentum. 24-21. Just like, same thing with the Colorado-Stanford game. I hate to keep bringing it up, but the two games are so similar, except for Alabama. They clutched it down at the end, and we'll talk about that in just a second. 24-21. No big deal, though. Alabama will run the ball. No. And Arkansas's got the ball trailing by 3 in a game in which they shouldn't even be in. At that point in time, Arkansas's got 75% of the momentum. And as we all know, the final score wound up being 24-21. Alabama's defense did get a clutch stop. Dallas Turner got the sack, and I thought the defense played outstanding today. Yeah, in the second half, they gave up 15 unanswered, but still, holding a team to 21. We should win every single game if we do that. KJ Jefferson, he was also making some crazy plays. I told y'all, this is an Arkansas team. You look at their, yeah, they're 2-5 now. Every single game they've lost outside of one has been by, I think, 12 points or fewer. All of their SEC games, they were leading against LSU. They were leading against Ole Miss. It's a scrappy bunch. I tried telling people in the preview you can't count them out. And Alabama really got fortunate at the end of the game. We're trying to run the clock out, and it's a second down. I think it was 2nd and 10. Jalen Miller, we call a pass play. Arkansas's got one timeout. There's heat on Jalen Milroe, and similar to the A&M game at the end, he makes a crazy great pass. That's the thing with Milroe. He'll miss an easy one, and he makes the most ridiculous pass you've ever seen, so he's really tricky to evaluate. He does just that, get the first down, and yeah, that ball game over. We run it a couple more. I was pleased to see we could run it at the end and close the game out on offense. But here's my question. If we could do that at the end, why? Why? I don't want to beat the white. That's why I stopped. I'm not one of these people that likes breaking my own stuff. But seriously, why didn't we do that early in the 3rd and 4th quarter? Do we just want Matt's blood pressure to get high? Do we want these videos to have some substance to them? Like, I don't want to come up here and talk bad about Bama, because in the first half, we looked awesome. I even had a couple buddies text to me like, man, we look really good, man. If we keep this up, we can compete with Georgia. We can get back in a playoff hunt. And I didn't say anything because I know there's 4 quarters in the game of football. That's why I wait to do these reaction videos at the end of the game, because a lot can change, man. The tale of two halves. The first half, I was so proud of this Bama team. Proud of the defense. Proud of the offense. In the second half, I couldn't be any more embarrassed by this Alabama team. And it's such a shame to end the game that way, heading into a big rival matchup against a team. We know what happened last time. Tennessee next week. But good gosh almighty, the only positive you can take away from this game is the first half was excellent and you came away with a win. Because if we'd have lost this game, season's over and this wouldn't have been a pretty reaction. I mean, I probably would have been breaking some stuff, you know what I mean? But fortunately, it didn't come down to that. I'll move this out the way. It goes back to this. The defense really wasn't shabby in the second half, guys. I didn't think they were bad. But what makes your defense look worse is when your offense, they're only out there for 2 minutes, punt. It's like the defense isn't getting any breaks. This Arkansas team has been putting up points on everybody this year. Okay, to hold them to 21, I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, I would have liked to get some more stops in the second half. And we got to cut down on the mental mistakes. And that, oh my gosh, I'm just getting mad thinking about everything, guys. I need to end off this video right now. I don't want to have a bad Saturday. I really don't. At the end of the game, we're trying to take a knee. We're in victory formation. False start. You know what? I'm curious. At the end of the 3rd quarter, I believe we had 3 or 2 penalties. I wonder what we wound up finishing with. And that was another thing. We couldn't get off the field on 3rd down because of penalties. Hold on, let me pull it up. No cuts. How many penalties did we wind up having? Okay, not bad. 5 penalties, 45 yards. I don't even think it was a bad performance overall when you round it up. I'm just pissed off with the lack of intensity and focus, because it's not a talent issue. We got up 21-6 or 24-6 in the 3rd quarter after the field goal, and we were just like, oh, yeah, you know, hey, what are you doing after the game, buddy? Oh, yeah, I'm going to this club. We wasn't focused anymore. You can't do that. The attention to details got to be there for all 4 quarters, and it's so, people don't understand, it's hard to get college kids to have that attention to detail. It's human nature when you're up 24-6 for a college kid to go, hey, I think we got this one in the bag, Jimbo. Oh, yeah, I do think we got. Hey, what you getting after? Oh, I'm getting a steak after. We got to be more focused, man. That's what gets to me. And at the end of the game, when we focus up and need to make plays, we made the plays. It's just a lack of focus. It drives me insane. And I know it's driving Nick Saban insane. We got to focus. We got to be better. And I hate to come up here and talk bad because I wanted to talk good, but there's nothing good to say after that second half. The only positive I'm going to say, and we'll end it off here, is we won the game. We got out of there with a win. We're 6-1. Okay, that's the only positive. We won. I don't care how ugly it was. I'm never going to apologize for a loss because it's hard to win in the SEC. Arkansas's a scrappy bunch. Shout out to them. I think in a couple of years they'll get it figured out. This year's just been a bumpy ride. I really don't know if Sam Pittman's the guy. He seems real nice, but I don't know if he's a SEC caliber coach. That's all I got, man. I just really need to end it off here because I've got to watch some other games too. Let me know your thoughts down below. But